Hi.
Go ahead.
I guess being on teams before, or maybe one team before where you guys tried to repeat, like, what are some of the challenges that come with like complacency or, and maintaining that level of intensity throughout the whole season?
I mean, well, for us, it was a little bit different when I was in Seattle. We lost, Sue and Stewie from the beginning of the season, and then we lost Jewel like 3 games in. So that's, the bulk of our championship team that we had the year prior. So, but I mean, I think just regardless of trying to repeat or just trying to win another championship, it's about mindset. It's understanding that, what you did before was great, but no team is the same, regardless if you have 4 of your 5 returners or whatever. Every team is different. The makeup is different. The identity is different. And so I think just not putting that pressure on yourself and just going out there and having the mindset of like, okay, we're, I think Asia said it best, like we're going for another one. We're not trying to repeat. We're just trying to win another one. And so I think just having that mindset going in kind of helps alleviate that pressure, that internal pressure that comes.
What has like the vibe been like camp so far? How does it compare to other ones that you've been in?
It's been great. This is such a fun group. They're competitive, which I love. And just everybody's really supportive and just really bought into the goal at hand and just trying to be the best version of ourselves when we step on the floor every day in practice and then night in and night out when we come out here for games. And that's an environment I love to be in. It's exciting. It makes coming to work fun. And so it's been really good. Everybody's been high energy, high intensity, high competitiveness. So it's been really great.
This is kind of our first chance to get a look at what your role is going to look like on this team. I guess what has Becky kind of told you to expect?
A little bit of everything, just, kind of the same as it's been for, the 11 prior years. Just be ready for everything. And, me just staying true to who I am, what got me into this league, what's allowed me to sustain a career this long, and just, making sure I'm productive and efficient, being, a leadership presence, being the defensive leader. And I know for me, that's going to be a big key, which is, what I've been used to over the years. And that's something I really take pride in. So just doing that, just being, true to who I am and what's helped me get to this level and sustain. And I'm not going to try to be somebody different. I'm just going to be me.
Alysha, in the past, especially the first year the Aces got here from San Antonio, asked all the veterans that would show up, CP, DT, Elena, right? I'm sure I talked to you and Sue, what it was like flying in and seeing the Aces flags that were on light poles or whatever. They were almost impressed with the marketing. And as the years grew on, the energy of the building. Now that you're actually a part of it, what's this first month been like as far as you're on a different side of it? You're part of the adrenaline that's being flowed into the city.
Yeah, I mean, I think just from, a WNBA and women's basketball player perspective, just the commitment from not only just the ownership group to the management, to the coaches and all the staff, but just from the city. There's been tremendous support. And as an opponent coming in here, this was one of the harder places to play in just because of the energy that's in the building every game. And that's what you want to see, right? That's what we're here to do, not only to play basketball, but we're here to help grow our game. And so to be able to be in a market where, this team is valued, it's something really special to be a part of. And anytime I get a chance to be in environments like that, being in Seattle, being in DC, it's really special. And I don't take that for granted. And so just being here, it's really exciting, and it's nice to be on the other side where everyone's cheering for you, not against you.
Well, when the Golden Knights first got here, a lot of the players, the free agents that would show up year after year, it was like everything that they had heard, this was the town they wanted to be in. As the Aces grew more popular within the league, for whatever reason it was, and the players, a little bit of arrogance and confidence, if you will, there was a target on the back. Was it easy to sort of just flip roles and say, okay, rather than coming in wanting to target the Aces, I want to be a part of that group?
Yeah, I mean, as professional athletes, something that we do is adapt. And, for me, it's like once you enter, when I'm on another team, it's like, I want to beat them as many times as possible. But now that I'm a part of it, that same mindset goes for every other team that we play. So I think something that I think is underestimated about professional athletes is like the switch that we have to do on just like the drop of a dime, going from, being in a devoted place that you grew up, with the franchise and the players and whatever, to now being somewhere else, just having to make that switch and be present and be there to make sure that you're giving your best in this team, in this city. So yeah, it was an easy switch for me. You know, I'm one I adapt well. And again, when you're in a place like Vegas and, you know, within this organization, it's easy to do that because you have everybody from, like I said, the ownership and management and the staff behind you that's standing behind you, and it makes it easy.
Jackie?
Hi, Alysha. Nice to chat with you. I know you all are going to get these rivalry questions all season, but I'm just curious, how do you see this rivalry evolving naturally with or without our push?
I mean, anytime you win a championship, like a target's going to be on your back from the jump. And so that's natural. That's sport, right? Everybody wants to beat the best. Everybody wants to, you know, give their best shot. And so I think, again, like I said earlier, just having that mindset of coming in every day, making sure that we're doing our part to be the best version of ourselves when we step on the floor night in and night out. You know, that's more so for like the outside, you know, like for the fans and, you know, the media and people that like, it gives y'all something to talk about, which is exciting. But for us, we focus in-house. We focus on what we're doing every day, what we're getting better at, and just the chemistry that we're building.
For sure. And I guess why does, you know, New York and Vegas, what about it has the composition of the next great W rivalry?
I mean, I think you have a lot of young players in their prime, you know, a lot of really young, talented players, some future Hall of Famers. And, you know, that's exciting for the basketball world. It's exciting to see that type of talent team up together. But, you know, everything looks good on paper. And for people that have been in it and have won championships and have been at the top, you know how hard it is to win one. And it takes everything going right and everything like just coming together when it should to be able to make that happen. So I think when you get too focused on, oh, this is what the final, you know, we have friends and family that are like, oh, this is going to be the preview. And it's like, this is game one. You know what I mean? Like we have a long road ahead of us and that's what we're focusing on. We're not looking down the lane too far because, you know, we don't put ourselves in position to give ourselves a chance. None of that's going to matter. So that's what our focus is every day, just making sure we're doing our part so we can give ourselves a chance come, you know, September.
I appreciate that. And the final, I just have one more, Jiggy, if that's okay. I'm just curious, you know, playing in Israel in your off season, how did that experience? I mean, you're going back there. How did that give you the confidence, you know, that you needed to come out and be who you are? Because obviously in 2022, you know, you were coming back from that injury and maybe you weren't yourself for the whole season. So how did that overseas experience, you know, put you in a position to be like, AC is back?
I mean, just the playing, you know, that's the reason why I went over there was just to get back into a playing rhythm. Being in game situations, having that everyday load of practice every day, 2 games a week, and just allowing my body to adapt. And it was good for me. You know, I was able to see glimpses of, you know, quote unquote, the old me, just in being able to react to my instincts and that type of thing. And the confidence came as the season went along. And that's, you know, again, like I said, that's why I wanted to go over there just to play, because the only way you can get your confidence back is playing in games and game time situations against opponents. So I'm happy I did it.
Thank you, and good luck.